Are you waiting for it to heal on its own? Hurry up!
Looks like now's not the time. You look like you need a rest.
Not half as much as I need this. Thank you. I daren't eat it here, though. Not where anyone might see.
Has it always been this bad?
Oh, it was worse before the Chamberlain. I'd be dead without him. Me and many others.
That's something at least.
Okay, 2 more left. So I don't know what we're going to do about that one. I guess maybe we need to progress the story a bit before. But yeah, navigation, they've done a great job. It's very easy to find stuff.
I have something for you.
Is she getting petrified? Wow. Shit.
From the Chamberlain. Thank you. You need to leave. Now. Please.
Branded! Who told you to rest? Stoke those damn flames! And you! If you've got a message for me, out with it. If not, return to your post.
Okay. Yeah, it seemed like, look at her like right leg. The petrification started. That's horrible, man. I was, again, like, I'm having like ongoing conversations about the game with my friends, especially like my Spirit Unplugged Discord crew. We've got like a Final Fantasy 16 channel in there, so we're chatting about it. And there's, of course, a bunch of us playing it at the same time. And today I joked, we talked about like the whole, like how horrible obviously the petrification thing is. And then I joked that it's like, well, at least I guess they do have status effects in the game. But this is basically the only time you see it. It's present in the world and story, but not in the gameplay.
Enough! Curse you! Get away from me! You'll work faster next time if you know what's good for you!
Horrible bastards everywhere.
Here. It looks like you need it.
The Chamberlain must have sent you, but alas, my work is far from over. If I don't go now, they'll beat me.
You need to rest.
But I won't. I've wounds to heal and bones to mend.
And what of your own hurts?
They'll wait. As will my hunger. Thank you, though.
Wow.
A drover has more regard for his cattle than the Empire does its bearers. Anyway, I'd better head to the Vale.
That was really well voice acted, man. I really felt that. Sheesh. Even for NPCs, the voice acting is very strong. Someone said it's the best voice acting I've heard since 12, and I think I would agree at this stage. I mean, it's basically, I would say, basically the best voice acted Final Fantasy, pretty much, of the bunch. I think 7 Remake and stuff is really, really solid too, of course. Like, the older Final Fantasies are not as good. 12 is the best of the older ones, I think. 13 I still think is solid. I've always liked it. They made some quirky choices with the 13. It's not because they were bad performances, but like, let's say Vanille's voice and the way they directed her, I think was always a bit odd. But no, 15, I mean, as an all-round thing, is very high-quality voice acting and performances, I would say.
All right. Are you here for business? or pleasure?
Business, though not my own. The Chamberlain put me to work delivering food.
Ah, so he found someone to help him then. Just as well. I hear his friends back at court have been taking a little too much interest in him of late.
So he really is a Chamberlain.
There was a time when he was the Val's most illustrious customer. Us girls thought of him as a generous uncle. He was one of the only people round here who seemed bothered by the way the Empire treats its bearers.
Rare for one in his position.
A fact not wasted on the Dame. A little nudge from her is all it took, and he became the patron saint of Northreach's starving masses. My sisters and I may have lost an uncle, but bearers are being fed for a change, so we don't grumble. Much.
Glad to hear it.
Gives you faith, though, doesn't it? To know there are people out there like him. And you, for that matter. It's no wonder the Dame's got a soft spot for you.
I better be going.
I'm sure it has a little something to do with how handsome he is too. Always a bit easier when that's the case. But hey, he's got a good heart and a good soul. I mean, I would say clearly he's got a really good heart too, but I don't know, man. Like, if Ifrit thought that he should be the dominant, I don't know. I mean, he's got that fire and darkness with him. Yeah, so I guess early on, I think in like the first session, there was some times when I'd interacted with Torgal and Torgal was silent. So yeah, I think it all happened in the same session. I think since then it's been fine, and now we can continue the story.
You wear the Dame's brooch. She must trust you.
Enough to have me look for one of your colleagues. A woman by the name of Tatienne.
She's still missing then. Oh, if only I'd comforted her.
You saw her before she disappeared.
The day before, she was in tears. She'd lost her comb, a gift from the Dame. It wasn't anything fancy, but you could tell it meant the world to her. You see, Tatienne was an orphan, and she looked upon the Dame as a mother, as do we all.
So she was upset.
And I didn't lend her my shoulder. But perhaps someone else did. Tatienne shared a room. Her chambermaid may have seen something. She's over there, sitting by the pond.
Thank you. Let's see what her chambermaid can tell us then.
So you're the new escort the girls have been talking about. And you've already been sent off on an errand, eh? Poor boy. You'll be knackered before the real work begins later on tonight.
I'm told you share a bedchamber with Tatienne. Did she say anything to you before?
Before she went missing. Only that she needed to meet with someone. She did mention a name, but I know exactly who she meant.
You do?
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit. Spent every guil he earned on Tatienne, and picked fights with anyone else who tried to buy her time. Followed her around like a lost puppy. Tatienne was flattered at first, but it didn't take long for her to get scared. She thought about saying something. But the Dame was so proud of her for how much she was bringing in, and she didn't want to let her down.
This man from the garrison. Did you ever see him?
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times. Slimy sod's got a scar over one eye. Claims he got it in battle.
You've been very helpful.
Don't let him get away with this. Find him, and you'll find her.
A man from the garrison. Seems a trip to the barracks is in order.
Yeah, such a dangerous,
Well then.
terrible existence. So clearly someone's got obsessed and possessive with Tatienne, and that only leads to even more trouble.
Heard the bones fell favourably to the
I'm looking for a man with a scar over his eye.
Looking for a man? Does this look like a brothel branded? Fuck off.
Hold your tongue. He wears the Dame's brooch. One word from him and the Vales doors will be barred to us for good.
There's only one man in the garrison with a dodgy eye. His name's Yannick. I haven't seen him around lately, though.
On account of him being in Moor. Yeah, Yannick left a few days back. Said he had dealings with a merchant there.
The Dame thanks you.
Okay.
Moor is the last village on the road to Oriflamme. I should let Isabel know where I'm headed.
Cool.
Clive, tell me you bear good tidings.
That remains to be seen.
Oh, Tatienne, you could have told me.
This Yannick. The soldiers I spoke to believe he's in the village of Moor. According to them, he claimed to have some business with a merchant there. Though that wouldn't explain his continued absence.
And you plan on traveling to Moor to ascertain the truth?
Isn't that what you want?
Oh, it is, but I fear sending you there may cause more harm than good. The people of Moor are rather set in their ways. You'll find they have little love for bearers, and they will not hesitate to report one such as you to the constabulary. There is a man in Moor who owes me a favor, more than one in fact. His name is Bertrand, and he works at the stables. Tell him I sent you.
I shall return as soon as I find something.
There's gotta be some freaking way. Give this man some kind of, like, knight's armor or some shit. Put a helmet on him so you can't see his brand. There's gotta be some kind of makeup or paint or some shit. I don't know what it is. I feel like if literally the brand on his face is the only thing that makes him identifiable instantly, and what we've seen how much trouble it causes, there's got to be ways to disguise it. It cannot be that hard to disguise the fact that he's branded. Surely. But fair enough. Sometimes these things, they just got to be the way they are. Look, just steal this guy's helmet and you can go wherever the hell you want.
Oriflamme, how many bearers suffer to keep your granaries full?
Looks cool though, I've got to say.
You see it too, then? It's not just me bleary eyes playing tricks on me.
If you mean the waves stopped at full crest, then yes, I do. How could I miss the bleeding thing?
Yeah, I've been... Part of me wants to explore, part of me is like, we're probably going to end up there anyway, so I'm not too sure, but I think there's a lot of action going on here, so let's head to this pocket first, and then we'll see about more of the stuff. The music has an interesting style to it here.
Over here. Sick of Torgal. There, boy.
Go, knock it
You
down.
know what to do, boy.
Yeah, the music is definitely very interesting compared to the other styles that we've been hearing. Here we go. Now something different kicking in. No? It's giving me anxiety. Right, we've got a quest here.
Up, the lot of you. There's still work to be done.
You, branded. Here, now.
Just take that first.
You're late. What kept you?
Late for what?
Did they tell you nothing? A wild beast is savaging my boy.
Well, don't just stand there gawping. Rescue him!
All right. Where is he?
My, I see they've sent me a branded with a spine for a change. He's over that way, towards the coast. Go, and see that you kill the beast.
Sure, nice and simple. Go kill the beast.
For someone whose son's in mortal danger, he didn't seem all that worried.
Yeah.
Something's not right here. I need to be careful.
Oh, the wolf! It's going to eat me!
Not if I can help it. Stay back. I'll deal with this.
Homie got ravaged. Only 2 ability points, understandably, here.
No! You weren't supposed to kill Wolfie. You were supposed to die.
Hey?
Father will have you whipped for this. Bearers aren't supposed to win. They never win.
What is this? Your father said you were being attacked.
You're not supposed to talk.
What?
Stop looking at me like that. We were only having fun.
Having fun?
Why are you still speaking? Father will hear of this.
Little Malfoy. My father will hear about this. Oh shit. So just for their own entertainment, they've been throwing
wolf's work, no doubt.
Oh my god.
But it's not the wolf that's to blame. Someone needs to put an end to this before it happens again.
Yeah, that's horrific, man. Fuck that guy. It was one thing kind of putting them to work and having them, like, working them to death. It's already horrible anyway, I mean, obviously, but it's another thing to just literally, for your kids' entertainment, just have them be killed by wolves. What the fuck? What kind of fucked up... Can I just take him out, like, now? What do we even do? I'm curious to see what Clive's going to do about this now. He's just going to give him a stern telling off. Like, what do you do in this situation?
You, Brandy, come here this instant. How dare you frighten my son? You slaughter his poor pet and then have the gall to return, head held high. That wolf was trained. Better trained by far than your worthless kind. You are the entertainment, nothing more. And we are most certainly not entertained.
Nor am I. You'll pay for what you've done.
See? I told you, he talks too much. It's not right. I don't like him, Father.
You're not the branded I bought, are you? How dare you deceive me? Well, the sins of the slave are the sins of the master. Go! Summon the unlucky wretch you answer to.
That wretch would be the dame. That wretch would be me. Now, this is the first time that we've been even given a choice. I'm just going to say this.
That unlucky wretch would be the dame. I can summon her if you like. Though I doubt she would welcome the interruption.
You serve the dame. Why would a woman of her caliber...
You look afraid. Well, how do you think those bearers in the field felt? Can you imagine their fear? Their pain? From the look of you, I'd say you're starting to get an idea of the first. Now, if you need help with the second...
Father, he's scaring me.
You think to threaten us, Branded? The dame's pet or no, I will not abide such insolence.
Can't we just buy another hound? A bigger one. A better one.
Of course, my son. I'll have the villagers fetch us another. With jaws powerful enough to nip this Branded's head clean off his shoulders.
I'm wasting my time. But I can't just leave those bearers lying out there. They deserve a proper burial. That much I can do at least. How many bearers have lost their lives to this nobleman's sport?
Listen, mate. There's only 3 words you needed. Sick 'em, Torgal. Not the kid, at least, but like the father. He's just Torgal should have just scared him shitless and been like, so, you know, how did you enjoy that? And learned at least somewhat of a lesson, but yeah. It's definitely one of the most fucked up things we've seen in the game. And in that sense, it's good world building because it goes beyond people just being constantly mean. Okay, we get it, you know, they're treated like dirt. They're not treated even as human beings and whatever. But to see something like that, that really hits home just how tragic the situation is for bearers. So in that sense, it's been a powerful quest. This is more like it. Poor people, man. Can at least preserve some of their dignity.
More victims of the nobles' games. You must be Clive.
How do you know my name?
The Dame. I'm in her service, like yourself. Never gets any easier, burying the dead.
Is that what you're here to do?
The mistress has me see to it that none are left to the crows. Since you're here, can you give me a hand?
Gladly. Let's put them to rest.
May their burden finally be lifted. I take it you slew the nobleman's pet?
I did. Now I expect they'll find another soon enough. And when it gets here, more bearers will die. How can they think so little of sending us to the slaughter?
Simple. Because you are not them. Bearers are tools when they're needed, and toys when they're not. And if one breaks, well, you can always buy another. Still, such attitudes don't always go unpunished.
Father! Father!
Is this your doing?
Of course not. Wolves kill. It's in their nature. Invite one into your home, he's gonna tear your throat out eventually. Same with bearers. Fed or not, they don't lack for fangs. What will folk do when they bite back, I wonder? The realm's nest 2 murderous bastards, and I won't mourn the loss. Here. For their help.
Oh.
You don't have to.
Take it. You never know. Our paths may cross again. Till then.
Oh, even the little kid, man. Sheesh. Wow, 150 ability points there. But yeah, really good quest. Again, one of those where it doesn't have to be go hunt this or do that. It can still be really effective. I enjoyed that. So yeah, the music, it makes you feel a bit uneasy, doesn't it? It can't just be me. And like, having to deal with a quest like that with this kind of musical backdrop as well, it really pulls it together.
You heard me.
nearly there, ready to go through the gates. But just one more quest here, I think. Yeah, the final one. They're definitely starting to come through thicker and faster.
In the field yesterday.
How do they...
Have you seen my Chloe? I let her out of her pen while I did my chores. But she hasn't come back yet. I think she's lost. Please, can you help me look for her?
I can't promise I'll find her, but I'll try. Describe her to me.
She has beautiful white hair. She lets me stroke her when I'm sad. She's ever such a good girl. So quiet and kind. And she likes walking in the wheat. I know the fields are big, but she's never got lost before. Oh, she must be starving too. She hasn't eaten anything since yesterday. It is my job to feed her.
In that case, let's not keep her waiting.
Playthings.
That's a lot of field to search. With a little luck, someone might have seen her.
Let's begin here.
You work these fields? I need to ask you something.
A branded. And an outsider at that, judging by the lack of manners. Why should I help you, eh? You tell me that.
Because a girl from the village asked me to find her pet, Chloe. Have you seen her?
It's a human being,
Chloe,
isn't it?
is it?
Yeah.
Oh, little Lisette's plaything. Last I saw, the filthy creature was sniffing about the windmill. That girl's old enough to know she should tie her pet up when she's finished playing with it.
The windmill.
Off with you now. I won't have idle branded underfoot.
Yeah, to me at least it's becoming increasingly clear that we're not talking about an animal here. We're talking about a bearer. So these are the quests that are really showing you the even darker side of what it's like to be a bearer. That's my assumption, but I think I'm wrong.
Chloe? More brown than white. You're not Chloe, are you, girl? Is that... someone napping on the job? I hope they don't mind the interruption.
Yeah. Fully petrified.
The crystal's curse.
Chloe, I was calling you. Didn't you hear me?
What?
Get up now. You've slept long enough. It's time to go home. Chloe? Why did you already turn into a rock? I only made you do a bit of magic. You knew you were my favourite. None of the other Chloes had pretty hair. It could be months before Dad gives me another one. I have to wait until they're too tired to work anymore.
Is that all she was to you? A plaything? Do you really not care that she's dead?
She's not dead. She's a rock.
That? The crystal's curse? That's just how she died. And now she's gone forever. Giving another bearer her name won't change that.
No, don't say that.
It's true. And without that brand, she would have been just another girl. Somebody's daughter. Just like you.
But Dad said bearers don't have parents.
They do. Parents that give them away. Families they'll never see again. But you became Chloe's family when you took her in. Remember that. And remember her.
Damn. Well said, Clive. Strong, but fair. Kid learned a valuable lesson.
I'm so sorry, Chloe.
Damn, man. Yep. So that is the situation. Unfortunately, even little kids, man, like the way that society is here, the way things are, they're already trained from when they're little kids to treat bearers like animals. It's fucked up.